It's a great day and a great hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is MajorGrokey. This is the 22nd video in my walkthrough series for Anthem. In this episode, we're going to be looking through my vault and how I actually sort the weapons that I've received. Because as you can see, I'm a 241 out of 250. So whenever you really don't hit the limit, or I didn't start hitting the limit until the upper 20s, just because you don't really get a lot of stuff or stuff that you like to keep anyway. And I've found that it's kind of roughly the same amount of time to scavenge or salvage your weapon when you're in your inventory as you have it. But in this instance, what we're going to be doing is showing you how to manipulate your vault. You can get to the vault in one of two ways. You can get to it, well, there's probably more than that, but the ways that I know right now are if you are at Fort Tarsus, right? You go left of your, oh man, I hate that cursor in the middle of the screen. If you go left of your javelin, you'll see it. Screen's being weird. Yeah, so it's left of the javelin, and the other way is if you go over to your forge here. I think there's an option to access it. Well, it'd be great if I could stop. There we go. So you go to the forge, and you're working on your build for your javelin. You're trying to figure out stuff. Well, look right here. Boom. You can go to your vault. Oh, wow, that's pretty quick. So up here you see the components, the gear, the consumables, which is what you craft before you get into the mission, and then the crafting, which is this stuff. The only things you can pick up outside are going to be the shimric alloys and the compound and the weapon parts. Everything else, I think you'll get from crafting or in deconstructing different parts. Well, you also get these in chests. But so let's go back to the vault. Now, you'll think, oh wow, I've got a lot of weapons, I need to get rid of them. You have to understand that if you go here, try to keep at least one or two with you. Otherwise, it's not going to work. If you see here, the level 1, I can't do either salvage or move the junk, and nobody has it equipped. Well, the only one who can have it equipped doesn't. It doesn't have that equipped either. As you can tell, I don't really play the Colossus very much right now. But these right here are equipped by somebody. As you can see, I can't move those to junk either. So what this has prevented me from doing is actually scavenging a bunch of my material, a bunch of my weapons that I would do otherwise, but I haven't yet. So as you can see, we have a Deadeye. This is essentially a Deadeye, the Wyvern Blitz. But it's a little extra stuff added onto it. If you want to look at the perks, grenade launcher, it's pretty great. Yeah, it gives you more ammo. Weapon reload time, it helps with that, and the clip size. And hovering while firing, it's pretty much made for the storm to hover, because you're not really going to hover that much as a Colossus. You might hover a little bit as an interceptor, and not that much as a ranger, but you could if that's your play style. So what I usually do is I say, okay, the kind of weapons that I like to use, the snipers, Deadeye, Devastator is pretty great also. Whirlwind was really good when I didn't realize the others existed. So I just have 3 apparently in my inventory. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these. I'm not even going to pay attention to what those are. And you'll probably hear people be like, no, don't do. Well, understand this. Limited space. I don't really care too much. It's not something that I'm really focusing on right now. And if it's green, if it's a common, if it's uncommon, if it's rare, if it's... I'm not really... I want to try to keep the levels as high as possible so I can try to get my javelin up there as well. And if I'm using in this, understand that you level up what you use, which makes sense, right? So if you enjoy what you're playing with, then keep playing it. You'll get it eventually. If you don't have it, you can make it. That's a great thing. So check this out. What I'll do is I'm going to take everything. I'm going to say, okay, everything below 35, I'm going to throw into my junk. So, as you can see here, I'm doing that. Now, pay attention to the time doing this and the time salvaging. It might seem like the salvage takes a little bit longer, but you also have to go back to the junk and then hold down that key, so it kind of evens itself out, depending on how much stuff you have. So I'm just going to go through here. And what I've actually done is in my other javelins, I've tried to upgrade, like switch their weapons. Somebody still has that equipped. I don't know who, apparently. So we're gonna go back out of sniper rifles. We're gonna Actually, we should have started up here at heavy pistols. This legendary is pretty brutal. 200% damage if you're hovering, which is wonderful. So I'm going to say, all right, anything that's not, I'll keep you. And as long as I have a fulcrum in the mix, I'm going to be okay. Does that, what did I say? That's not a heavy pistol, so we're going to be okay. I'm just going to scavenge everything that is below 34 epic. So that's going to include the 34 rare. And everything underneath it. Oh man, this takes quite a while, doesn't it? Alright, so back out of heavy pistols, going to shotgun. So again, same process. You can kind of see I've already done that. Now, I'm not really a big fan of the constrictor. I'm going to pick one of these and just go with it. Ooh, that one looks pretty built for the Colossus. Autocannon, damage, ammo, and ammo. Here's one for a grenade launcher. So that's pretty neat. Pickup radius, that's pretty good for gathering. So what you're going to want is eventually you're going to want to have, and I think I kept some of these just because of their gathering potential. Sniper, and I just don't like this constrictor. I just don't like its playstyle. It's difficult for me to play with. Scattershot's pretty great. The Vengeance is pretty great. Cool, let's back out of shotguns, go to the assault rifles. And the Hammerhead is my go-to of choice. The Warden, not so much. It's just a preference. I'm just going to keep one of those. Get rid of that. And there's another one. The Defender. The Defender is the... You don't know which one to pick, go with the Defender. It operates just like a gun that calls itself an assault rifle should and does. Defender. And notice we can't move this one or salvage. It's just your basic. I would love to. But I don't even know if it's actually taking up a spot in your inventory. So we backed out of that, went to marksman rifles. Anvil, I really enjoy the Anvil. Scout, not so much. Guardian, I just kind of have those to kind of keep in the back. Just one touch on that. And machine pistols, nothing really to clean up. Like I said, the more you use the weapon, the more of that you're gonna get. So Sledgehammer, Havoc. But like I said before, I'm not really an LMG guy, which is really funny that they dropped that drop for me. All right, so go to the sniper rifles, which I think we already cleared out. Okay, so we went through the weapons already. Let's go to the components. Go clear through the basics. You can operate this however you want to do, but as far as I'm concerned, I've already equipped anything like 30, 31 or below that I'm going to equip. And so if it is equipped, then I'll just go through this. Because of that, I'll just run through this and toss these in junk as well. The reason I'm comfortable doing this is if I have it equipped, I can't salvage. I can't throw it to junk. And if it is higher, then I'll be able to use it. But for right now, this is just a bunch of noise. It's taking up a bunch of space it shouldn't be taking. It'd be neat if there was a way to actually just mark this as junk. Kind of like how the Division does, where you could mark as junk and then just all in one go instead of having to move it to a different screen, different category. So we went to basic, Ranger, Colossus, not so much Storm. So here, we're just gonna roll through 30 epic or below is what we're gonna focus. Just knock those out. As you can see, this right. Well, we have 31s here. I just don't have those equipped right now for whatever reason. We're gonna back out of that. The Storm. Let's see what we've got. And here, this elemental conduit is the only one that we have for the Storm. So we're gonna leave this be. I did see a green Storm right there. I'm just gonna get rid of that one. Cool. Let's mark all those as red. All right. So the gear. Now this one you can only have. Let's see. Let's just start dumping here. Starting with 23s. that the last missile? That's the last missile I've got. I don't have any more frozen. Need to keep. I can toss you. Let's keep you. So I'm just doing a quick glance. Do I have any more of this up here? No. Move on to the next one. This can go. This can go. This can go. And just double check. Nothing else is necessary right now. So we're going to clear those out also. Oh, we can't. I don't know why I was waiting there. All right, so time for the storm. Here's some of the new stuff. It's interesting. Clear you off. So common. All right. Anything else with that? Yep, that's there. So we're just going to start munching these out. Now you might want to, you never know that you very well might want to equip something lower level than what you actually have right now. As you can see right here, this is the only Ice Blast that I have. But I'm going to hold on to it so I can use it and level it up. Go from this common to an uncommon to a rare to an epic. This lightning strike is what I use primarily, that and that. I probably will expand a bit, but for the time being, that's if you in your build, if you flip one item that your current build is like what your playstyle, what you're playing as is centered around, it's gonna really mess you up. It's not gonna be a good experience for you. You're gonna have some trouble. So we're gonna cut this one off, because it's very possible to equip something that is a primer to prime a combo. There are no shields. There's a shield. I'm thinking I removed something that was higher than that. It's no big deal. I'm not too worried about it. And I apparently have, well, I can't do anything with those either. So there we are for that. I'm comfortable. Colossus, I don't even know what he's doing yet, so I'm not even touching that right now. So the Interceptor, what I'll do is I'm going to keep these just so I can look at them later, because I really like the Wrath Strike, and I think I'm going to stick with it. And the Plasma Star, I haven't even touched it yet. The Searching Glaive is something I want to look into, and I think I've got higher 36 of these Tempest Strikes, but they're ignitions, so that's pretty cool. Acid Grenade, you know what, let's just say anything that's like we have another one of those. That's 34 below, yeah, just to double check. Well, let's keep those grenades. So yeah, anything that's like 34 that's not a grenade and below. Because there's a lot of stuff, a lot of ways you can build your javelin. That's really what you're focusing on. And I haven't really been keeping track. And one reason that you might want to use the junk tab instead of doing the salvage is because it's a lot less noise, and you can kind of keep track of what you're tossing over. And if you want to double check, if you accidentally delete one or move one over, then you can get it back. Just jump over to your junk and flip it out. Now, the funny thing is, although I have all of these higher level strikes, that's above 32, I really always apparently use this Spark Dash, which is an igniter, and it's also a gap closer, what I use to go from point A to point B if I'm far away. I can jump in front of people and hit something if it's too far for me to get. It allows me to continue a chain of attacks. And if you go to episode 19, where I'm working in the... I forgot what that was. Where I think it's no, episode 20, the Temple of Scar. That's what it is. I'm rolling through the stronghold with the Interceptor, and I'm knocking things left and right with melee. All right, so we're gonna back out of that. That's the Interceptor. The Colossus, as I said, I'm not really gonna touch that. We're just gonna mark it all as red. We'll do the same with the Interceptor. We're gonna go back. Let's go to the consumables. Because these are manually crafted, you're not gonna have very many of these right now. you're not going to pick these up. These are not going to be in chests. This is what you craft with your embers, I think is what those are. Yeah, the masterwork and the rare and the uncommon and the epic. So that covers that. But let's get the satisfaction of knocking all of this stuff out. Yeah. So look, 240 out of 250. It was a little bit more, but we did manually salvage a few. So we're gonna salvage this. What does it take us down? I don't think it takes us down to anything. Here, oh, there we go. Almost about 90, 89. 58 interceptor, 41 alloy, 40 compound, not bad. Ember parts, storm parts. So you get the storm parts for destroying storm-specific stuff, rangers for ranger-specific. So again, it kind of helps you, or incentivizes you to play those actual javelins. So that is how I work through my vault, just to make room for more stuff, more loot, the consideration. Because, you know, it's a thought process. You kind of have to define what you want to play, or consider how you're playing right now to actually use that vault. But as is, I think it you know, pretty self-explanatory, reasonably so. So my name is MajorGrokey, guys. Give the video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you're getting a kick out of this series, what you'd like to see next, and I will see you next time.